Hi, welcome back to the Chasing Tone podcast. I'm Travis.
I'm Max.
I'm Brian.
Okay, so we were just discussing we need like an intro song. Like, I mean, we have one, I guess. Yeah, we have that one, which is fine, right? Whatever. But we Max and I were discussing this, and the one I really like, and if you have, it's a groovy tune, man. Like, it's the Late Show
theme song.
No, the Late Show with David Letterman, the theme song. Go to the YouTube and put that in. Late Show theme song. Man, it's a groovy tune. It's killer. We need something like that.
Maybe some copyright issues if we borrow.
No, I'm not saying we need to borrow that. We just need to write a song exactly note for note like that.
Exactly, but put it our own way.
Yeah, in your own words.
He's Canadian. Paul Shaver isn't going to do anything for us. I'll fight you, Paul
Do they
Shaver.
even have laws in Canada, or is it just like, hey, you broke the law, sorry?
Yeah, I'm stealing your song right now. Sorry, you can have it.
And that's how we lost all our Canadian dealers.
No, I'm joking. Sorry is funny. That or they say decal instead of decal.
Decal.
Decal. But I thought about an idea for topics. Check this out.
Okay.
So you know, like Wheel of Fortune?
All right.
We can just have a big wheel with random topics, and then one of us will just spin it every episode. It's like
Bob
buffers.
Hebert. That's the guy that builds stuff around here.
Bojo can come up.
He
and
can
spin
build
it.
anything. Seriously. It's like my wife wants a new pair of shoes. It's like Bob can build those.
Well, I've got some leather.
Yeah, he could. The
fashionless.
dude, it's like if I go to Lowe's, like, man, I need a new grill. I bet Bob could build one. You know?
Or we'd be like, oh, this is how you build
It
it.
is kind of true because,
Yeah.
like, Bob, I need some speaker cabinets. He's like, what size, boss?
Yeah, right? He just builds anything. He's awesome.
Do you think you can build some pedal boards? Yep. What
Yeah,
size, boss?
and now they're awesome.
It's like radar for match. Bob, I need a. How'd you know to build that? It's already built. It's like, but I was gonna. Yeah, it's already. It's already done.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I was gonna have you do this. Oh, okay, you got it.
Well, you made those changes. I see.
Yeah, that's so funny, man.
Bob, thank you for all you do.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. That and he just celebrated his 26th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
He
That's
posted
awesome.
on Instagram. It was like, yeah, I'm celebrating
490 days or whatever.
Days or whatever.
So of course I figured it out. It took me like 10 minutes to come out with the algebraic equation.
You could choose your calculator.
Leap
I
year,
did.
Dude. Did you take into account leap year?
Yeah, I did. I totally did. I wonder if Bob did though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Come on. Probably did not.
Probably not. He's just that smart.
It's probably, of course, I mean, well, never mind. I'm not going that deep into nerd talk.
Anyways,
Yes. So
questions.
Jason Tomzak, we hit on some of his stuff, and he said, and I reread the question before the show, and it cracked me up because it says, dang it, the fan just blew
That's
that
not-
right.
that's not what that said.
Yeah, the fan blew my
Because
paper
it said-
exactly. Yeah, as I was reading it, but it says, I've seen a lot of newer players asking questions like, okay, that is exactly like the guy going to his doctor saying, so like you know, a friend of mine may have slept with this chick, right? And like he noticed, you know, his hair's falling out now.
What's that about?
So like what could that be about? So I could tell my friend. You know?
That's possible.
That's possible. So
Not saying you slept with another chick. We'd never imply that.
yeah, no, not implying that. Come on, right?
Hashtag come on.
Hashtag
Sad
come
come
on.
on.
Yeah, sad come on. Come on. But yeah, that's when you put the E in, the COMEON. Come
Cut
on.
it out.
Yeah. Oh no, is that Dave Coulier?
It is Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier.
The only cool Canadian out there.
I thought you were. Gosh. I quit.
Oh, so funny. Okay, so he says, what's more important, good guitar or good amp? I have my opinion, and I imagine we're all going to have a popular opinion here.
Pedals.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Sure.
it's a valid answer, really. I mean, it really is, because, I mean, let's say you have, I think, correct me, interject if you think different. Let's say, I would say a made in Mexico Stratocaster is probably of the same level as, say, a Hot Rod Deluxe. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, sure.
But let's say you have that rig and you buy some amp in a box style pedals or just dirt pedals or something like that. that's going to change your tone more than anything.
Oh, huge.
You know what I mean? So like if it comes down to a point, where do I put my money? Man, the pedals.
That's what I do.
You know, and I'm not saying that just because we're in the industry.
You can get a billion different tones.
Exactly.
For the money.
Because here's the thing. Let's say you're going to spend, like, a Hot Rod Deluxe is probably, what, $800 or $900? I have no idea. I'm probably way off.
It may be a little south of that even.
Is it? Okay. Well, let's say it's $700.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's 3.5 brand new boutique pedals.
Right.
So, I mean, you could get 3 different amps.
Right. And you're not going to use a distortion channel in that Hot Rod Deluxe.
No, you're really not.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I want to try that Michael Landau inspired one, because there's no distortion channel. It's 2 clean channels.
He's smart. He's like, yeah, just leave
yeah.
that off,
he's
guys.
Like, he's like, you know what would be, you know, the best thing you could do to that dirt channel? Eliminate it.
He's got a big red marker, schematic. Yeah, no.
Yeah, with a circle with a line through
We're
it.
just not, no. Make 2 of these.
Yeah. And put my name on it.
Yeah.
But
Signature.
yeah, that guy has monster tone.
He does.
Real quick, Michael Landau tone. If you ever want to hear like some of the best clean guitar tones ever recorded, check out a record from James Taylor called New Moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there's a song. It's an old Sam Cooke song called "Everybody Loves the Cha Cha Cha." Have you ever heard this song?
I have.
Yeah, it's an old Sam Cooke song, but James Taylor decided to make the whitest version ever recorded of it. But at least he was smart and had Michael Landau play guitar on it. And the intro is like maybe half a second long.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's the cleanest, just most beautiful guitar tone. It's awesome.
So if you have a $200 digital amp and a $100 Telecaster, which is more important?
The amp,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think amp.
What do you think?
Amp for sure. Jack Pearson debunked that
Yeah.
for all time.
What do you have, like a $70 Squire?
$91
Yeah,
guitar, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he had like a Hot Rod DeVille or something, like 212s.
Yeah, because I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
amp that he was dealing with that was backlined was junk, and I think the backup backline was like a Hot Rod DeVille or Deluxe or something. And he played that whole Greg Allman tribute show, and if you listen to his tone, it's
never
monstrous.
know, man.
It's monstrous. But that guy is one of those guys that, like, when he plays slide, he has so much dirt, but it's so controlled. I don't know anybody else that can control dirt the way he does. Like that
Because of his
overly
mustache.
compressed. It is probably because of his mustache. Good call.
See? Never really thought about that.
Are you growing a mustache again?
It's my playoff beard.
It's your playoff
For
beard?
hockey, yeah.
Your hockey playoff beard?
Yeah.
By the time this airs, we'll probably have already won the Stanley Cup.
Probably.
Go
That's what I'm
Hawks,
looking for, man.
Stanley
Go
Cup
Hawks.
champs. I'm calling it here, right?
Nashville Predator. I like Nashville, but man, I don't like that hockey team.
Yeah. St. Louis is going to be tough to beat.
They are.
Chasing tone.
Chasing tone. See, that's the chasing
Chasing the-
part.
See, I now know how you guys feel whenever I start talking about JFETs, because I'm sitting there going,
It's sports. Yeah. Brian doesn't do the sports. And he's the most athletically fit one of us.
he's the most ass.
Yeah, no, he's the most athletically fit of all of us, and he doesn't do the sports.
I do 12-ounce
Athletically.
curls every day.
Huh? You 12-ounce curls every day?
Every day.
Yeah. Does that mean the next day you have the brown bottle flu?
Yes.
Yes, come on. So, yeah, to me, good amp over... You know, if it were up to me and I wasn't loading my own gear, I would have 2 guitars on stage and then like 10 amps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No pedals, just switch amps. Unfortunately, that's not feasible.
That'd be very nice,
Max.
though.
Yeah,
With
wouldn't it?
I mean, like, you can turn up as loud as you want.
Exactly. It's like, oh, this next tune's Guns N' Roses. Well, JCM 800. There you go. It's like, oh, this next tune's AC/DC. Let's go back to my Plexi. You know, forget
Max set
pedals.
these up for me.
Yeah,
Too much
He
stars.
said Max set these up for me. Speaking of which, my input jack's loose again, Max.
Okay.
I need some help with that.
I'll fix
I
it
think
for
there's
you.
like a little nut.
I do. I
I told
fix
him, I
it
was
all the
like, Do you have a
time.
lock washer on that? He was like, what's a lock washer? I'm like, I'm guessing no.
You know, if you just put hot glue around it, it should be just fine.
Oh,
I
dude, don't
think
get me.
John's
See,
Ash
now
starts-
that's
Once you do that.
that starts a whole new conversation.
No.
Okay, my dad. Okay, is not the most like inclined when it comes to home repair,
Mm-hmm.
and he came over to my house, and I have like the hot water knob on my sink or whatever was like broken.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess sometime when I wasn't like sitting right next to him, he told my wife, he said something along the lines of like, yeah, if you just take some super glue and super glue that part back on, it'll work fine. No. So what happened was my wife super glued it, and then she was like, check it out, I fixed it. And as it did, the whole apparatus turned. I was like, you're moving the pipe. You need to stop that. And you need to never listen to my father for home repair advice again. Oh, come on. All right? Okay. So what's the deal? It sounds like a Jerry Seinfeld thing.
What's the deal?
What's the deal? No, what's the deal with mic placement, and how does it affect my tone in the house mix?
I think I wrote a really cool blog article
Let's
about
link
it.
that video.
I think there's a blog article here and a video here. So
Yeah, I mean,
check them out.
Unfortunately, that's something that really can't be put into words as well as can just be heard.
It changes everything. So click on those links. If not, go through, type in Wampler mic placement.
Oh man, this next
Google.
one's just mean. Are drummers really musicians? Of course they are.
Well, it depends what caliber drummer you're playing.
Well, right, yeah. I mean, of course they are. I mean, some drums are actually tuned to
Let me get
pitches.
this straight. Let's see. 2 episodes ago, you guys dogged on bass players.
Well, that's completely
but now
different.
we're talking about
We never said
you're talking about musicians.
Now we're talking about musicians.
we never said they weren't musicians. We just said they were bass players.
It's true.
Yeah, they're musicians, of course.
Like you have levels of stupidity. Like, here's me.
But then again, you take
Here's bass player. We're both stupid. They're just a little lower. Now, if I was a bass player, I'd be like somewhere down here. Off camera. You can't
it's
see
funny
it.
because he has the college education. He is the most what's the
Learned?
word? Yeah, and most learned. He's the most what's the word?
Academical?
Yeah, I was
Academical?
looking for something else, but see, I'm not smart enough. I didn't go to college, so I can't.
Max,
I
what's
don't
the
know.
word?
Yeah, what's the word?
Intelligent.
No, he is the
Handsome.
most formally educated of all
Correct.
3 of us.
Traditionally educated.
Yeah, but yeah,
I did
okay,
learn.
yeah. Drummers, of course, they're musicians. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you mean tell me Dave Weckl isn't a musician?
Oh, I mean,
You know, that and most. Now this is where I'm going to get in trouble, but most real drummers dabble in other instruments as well. A drummer I use named Brian Yard, he was a bass player for a reggae band, and if you've ever really broken down reggae bass playing, oh man, it's all pocket, it's all groove, it's. I don't comprehend it, to be honest with you. It's that good. Like, not that I can't comprehend it. You know what I'm saying? But
Hold on.
yeah, I know it sounded
You
arrogant
can
the way I
pick
said
that
it.
shovel up for you.
Whatever. And then Chris, drummer I use, Chris, he's unbelievable. I tried to hire him as a pianist and
he's
organist,
awesome.
but he was like, I hate playing that. He's like, my dad just plays that, and that's what my dad does. I'm a drummer. I'm like, but you're awesome at it. But so most drummers, they can play other instruments, or at
I
least
know a lot of drummers that play guitar.
yeah, exactly.
Or to look at guys like Steve Jordan, they're so good at percussion. They're a show within themselves.
Yeah,
Like if you watch Steve Jordan play, I can just watch Steve Jordan play.
yeah,
He's just that amazing of a musician.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's drummers, man. And here's something that I've always found, and I'm sure I think you'll agree with me. I think every drummer secretly wants to be a guitar player, and every guitar player secretly wants to be a drummer.
Oh, it's true. I definitely want to be a drummer.
Well,
I even had the kit picked out and everything. I just haven't got the stones to buy one.
Yeah, you couldn't be a drummer, but
Well,
the
No, but seriously, like chubby drummers are in, man. Check out Questlove.
Chubby drummers
He's an
are
amazing drummer, and he plays this little tiny drum set. I'm like, that's what I want to do. I want to be the
he
big
plays
guy.
he plays the Yamaha Hip Gig Kit, I think, or something like that. doesn't
Yeah, actually, he just Ludwig just made their own kits for him now.
he? Oh, okay.
He plays the breakbeats.
Okay, cool.
That I've geeked out on.
Of course he does. But it's
You get a gold star. Stop
yeah. It's like the Alex and Eddie Van Halen thing. Like Eddie started out as a drummer, Alex started out as a guitar player, and then I guess they realized that neither one of them wanted to do that. And I guess Eddie said Alex started out and was just an amazing guitar player, but he had no interest in it. And Eddie was like, I was a terrible drummer, therefore I had no interest in it.
Right.
But who knows if that's true? That's just what Eddie said. He's so old, he may not even remember back then.
He has been making bad decisions, David Lee Roth.
Yeah, come on. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to catch major slack for
No, you
it.
won't, 'cause all the emails come to me.
This opinion courtesy of
You right now, as of 2015, April, what is it, 23rd? As of right now, I would much rather listen to Van Hagar than Van Halen.
Truth.
Have you listened to some of the videos from Van Halen?
I like old Van Halen.
No. I mean 2015 Van Halen.
I'm not into it.
That's what I'm talking about. Like they're going on tour, right?
Yeah.
And have you seen like their TV performances? Oh man!
You know what? I saw a performance with David Lee Roth with the Foo Fighters, and I made it about halfway through until like I couldn't stomach anymore.
Right. Like I forget what it was. It was one of the late night shows, but they did it. It was probably in March or February, like a couple months
ago. If you read like the
Somebody
Facebook comments of some of the stuff, it's like he's never been a singer. He's always been about the show. It's like, well, but the show's kind of old now.
And the thing is, too, is now it's a different day and age. But Sammy Hagar, he can still sing, man.
Oh man,
And
he owns his own alcohol distillery.
Hey, hashtag Red Rocker. Right? He plays great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. Yeah, didn't he have his own
or
amp?
he used to, or something.
He had his own amp or something? No?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. I like them both. I mean, that's almost like two totally different bands.
Well, what I'll say is like their music, their catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love them both, and the songs I probably prefer the David Lee Roth era, but 2015 versions.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Current versions. If you put Van Halen with David Lee Roth on a stage right now, and then put Sammy Hagar in there, I would probably rather listen to the Hagar stuff.
I would rather hear like David Lee Roth sing the songs like I'm used to, because he changed it way too much. And
it's not like he's changing melody because it's artistic.
No. I think he's having a hard time reaching. If I had to guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's like 172 years old.
That's true. Album came out like 50 years ago.
It did. No. But no, I mean, my thing is
came out 50 years
Brian's like, how can I punch both of you right? not getting up.
No one actually knows how old David Lee Roth is. When he dies, they're going to have to cut him in half and count the rings.
It's like evidently heroin preserves you.
Yeah, heroin preserves you, right?
Heroin, cocaine. No,
yeah, but it also
that's a big jump there.
Yeah, who knows, right? I mean, just because they had access to it.
Jump.
Okay,
jump.
Yes, I was waiting for one of you guys to come around to it. Jump, come on, no.
I'm just not throwing anybody into the bus for drug use.
Well, no, neither am I.
No,
I'm just saying, just because they had unlimited access to it doesn't mean that they necessarily did it.
I don't know.
If I had unlimited access to pizza,
hashtag gateway drug.
What, pizza?
Yeah, pizza. Gateway drug.
Pizza's a gateway drug.
It made me chubby. Gateway from skinny to pudgy. That's my drug of choice.
Yes, drummers are musicians.
Yes, they are. Next question.
How does EQ affect my mix in the band, and how should I mix my guitar into the band? Oh man. First,
sounds good.
Different than you do at home.
Yes. Unfortunately.
I mean, it's hard to, this probably better than anyone, both you guys, but it depends what the other frequencies are in the band. If there's two guitar players, if it's just you, I mean.
Yeah, if it's a 4-piece, 3-piece, 5-piece band, what's going on?
Right.
Right.
I mean, guitar lives in the mids, obviously, but I mean, I can't say, well, cut everything up to 200 hertz.
Right, exactly.
There's no blanket statement. You just got to kind of listen and think, well, these bass frequencies are competing with the bass drum and
even the lower, if you're using a 15-inch speaker for guitar.
Yeah.
And then I'll borrow a page from Max's book there. Record it.
Yeah.
Record your band,
Very much so.
Hear what everybody else is hearing.
Listen to where the mud is.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, listen to where the mud is. I like that. It sounds like a Brad Paisley record.
Sounds like Mud on the Tires or something.
Yeah.
He wrote that song.
Remember when I'm throwing Jason under the bus. He's probably going to get mad at me. But remember whenever, he's British, he's English for people who.
Jason, who works in Wampler.
Yeah, works for Wampler Pedals. But, you know how they spell tires over there. Tyres, right?
They spell it wrong, yeah.
Yeah, wrong. They did create the language. I will say that, but
it's a joke.
Yeah, but anyways, he made like a cool picture of the Paisley Drive, and he wrote mud on the twires. No, he wrote mud on the tires with a Y, and Brian was like, no. He was just like, he didn't even like entertain it. He was just like, no, change that, and it's perfect. But no,
completely wrong.
Yeah. Dude, I actually know a dude that was from Ipswich, England, which I think that's where Celestians are made. But
I think so.
But he was from Ipswich, England, and he came to Butler University to study English.
Like American English?
Yeah, he was an English major at Butler.
Huh.
Sure.
From England. He created the language. Sorry, maybe I'm the only one that sees irony in there.
Sure.
No. And what's this? Various amp setting questions.
I don't get that question.
Me neither. He says maybe he asked something on
might have asked
Facebook
something
and we
on
probably
Facebook or
missed it.
something. Yeah.
Sorry, man. But hey, we answered like 17 of them.
Right.
Top 5 items to look for when choosing a guitar instructor. Well, if their name's TravisFeaster.com, you can just, it's perfect. Isn't it? Isn't it?
You just click on the Skype buy button.
Yeah. I don't have it set up yet, but there is a nifty little calendar where you can schedule a lesson. Doesn't mean that I'll approve that time because I'm probably way too busy. I'm not way too busy.
Like, nope. You can't have that time. Not that time either. I'm just going to call you in like somewhere between now and 4 months. We'll work something else out. But pay me now. I have things to buy.
I used to teach a kid that was the daughter of a famous race car driver because, we live in Indianapolis. And
right.
But anyway, he used to pay me like a year in advance. And I was like, you don't have to do this. And then like he would forget and then 3 months later pay me a year in advance. And then I'd have to call him. I'd be like, I'm not cashing this check. I'm ripping it up. He's like, oh, go ahead and cash it. I'm like,
okay.
no, because I don't know if I'm going to teach for 4 years.
Right.
But he was like,
I may want to stop.
Yeah, so I would just rip up his checks and he'd be like, did you ever cash that check? I was like, no, because you already paid me for a year,
right.
I wish I had that problem,
Yeah.
It's like
first world problems.
Yeah, he was also the same guy. It's like, they cut you a heck of a deal if you pay all your utility bills at the first of the year, right? I was like, what? He was like, yeah, if you just pay your electric bill, you can basically just say, based off of what you had last year, they'll cut you, 20% off.
Really?
I'm like, who can afford to pay all their utility bills in January?
Oh, joke.
We should stop building guitar pedals and drive race cars.
Right?
No, I'm a terrible driver.
I'm probably really good at it. I have no idea. I'm probably really terrible at it.
Dude, remember that time we went to Dave & Buster's and we got drunk and we played the virtual race car?
Oh, yeah. Your wife always smoked us.
Yeah. There's like this race car you sit in and it actually like turns and moves and stuff.
Oh.
Travis and I got hammered. Straight tilted. It was like, hey, let's go race some race cars. I was like crashing into stuff. I don't think I even really left the start line. I think people just lapped me and I thought I was ahead. I'm like, yeah, I'm right with the crowd. It's crashing and stuff. I think actually my car blew up or something. I couldn't finish. Yeah. It's awesome.
But
let's go do that again. Company outing.
Company outing to Dave & Buster's. Max will act drunk to where Max gets drunk, and then we'll start acting like sober again, and we'll just let him be the drunk guy, so he's all uncomfortable.
No, I don't care. At that point, I am comfortable. Like, Brian and I went to Sweetwater. He's like, let's get some drinks at the bar, and like 3 hours later, it's like, I ain't go to the room.
Did you guys get white girl wasted?
We did.
Got white girl wasted.
You weren't too bad.
I was too bad.
Yeah.
But 8 shots of liquor doesn't really do much to me anymore. True story.
I remember when we were in LA and you came back, you're like, I don't even know how many drinks I had. I was like, well, add it up. He was like, do you count doubles as doubles or as singles? I was like, well, count them as doubles. He was like, 26. No joke.
Jeez,
no joke.
Wow.
Yeah. He was
I was still like upright and talking to people.
Yeah, and he's like, maybe I should count them as singles. I was like, yeah, maybe you should just tell people they're singles so you don't seem like an alcoholic.
14. That's still a lot.
That is still a lot. It'd be 13.
Whatever. I may or may not be a little drunk now. Who knows?
Yeah. Who really knows? But, oh man.
Anyways, thanks for your questions.
Yeah.
Mom, if you're listening, none of this is true.
Your mom doesn't listen. Oh, so Max and his wife came over to the house last night, and Max and I were talking about guitar stuff and whatever, hockey stuff, and I overheard Shelly and Stacy talking, and they said, and my wife looks at Shelly and goes, "Have you ever listened to these podcasts?" And Shelly goes, "I've listened to a couple." And Stacy goes, "I guess I'm just a terrible wife because I've never listened to them." And I'm like, number one, good. Number two, why would you? You know what I mean? It's like, for somebody that doesn't play guitar, these have to be ridiculous.
Yeah. My family thought I was completely ludicrous last night because I sat and watched, like, I was just like chilling out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going through the YouTubes,
Mm-hmm.
got on our podcast and started listening. And so I was like cracking up at ourselves. And I was like, this is pretty freaking funny, actually.
See,
I'm like, it doesn't.
I watch them when I edit them, or like edit the audio and then add the descriptions, because Bob's been putting them up. Bob's on it, dude.
That's the thing. Like, the editing is like such a big part of it. You've got to see the YouTube.
Yeah,
version
so
it's freaking
when I watch it, but that's the only time I watch them is just the one time through. Maybe I need to go back and watch them. My thing is, I don't want to read people's comments because they're probably mean.
See, that's my favorite part.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like the commercial. I don't even like really watch the podcast anymore. I just read the comments because every now and then you'll get like the Jake the Ripper one and just cracks you up. It's like it's so awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me. Like,
No,
I figured there's always going to be haters.
Yeah.
So,
Hashtag haters gonna hate.
I've been hated all my life. I'm okay.
Right. Yeah. So, but if you guys have any questions or comments, wait, did you say you've been hated all your life? No, you haven't.
Yeah.
No, you have.
Oh,
By who?
Yeah.
That's just because you've had ex-wives,
That's what I'm saying.
right? Yeah. But
I like the new one.
the new one's good. I'd keep her.
Yeah,
You
she
know?
signs my paychecks. So definitely keep her, or else I can't eat. Then I'll probably die.
You're addicted to food. Like if you
It's
didn't
true.
eat, you'd die.
I would.
But-
Same with air.
Air.
Who knew? Don't
Yeah.
breathe it, you die.
It's only a matter of time before they tax it. But
No kidding.
anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below on YouTube, or email us at podcast@wampadpedals.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Chasing Tone, Instagram, Chasing Tone Podcast, chasingtonepodcast.com, which is a real thing. Everybody always says, "Is that a real thing?" It is a real thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Brian paid for it.
It's true.
So it's real.
It goes to the Wampler Pedals page.
Shh. Up traffic, bro. Up traffic. It's a magical site where all your dreams will come true.
Unicorn, gummy bears, and starlight.
And Starlight.
One of these days, I'm just going to forward chasingtoadpodcast.com to like something stupid and off the wall, just to see if
Just
anyone
have the gummy
notices.
bears and dancing.
Just to
Go
see
to that screensaver where the dog licks the screen. Have you seen that? Yeah, just forward it to that.
just to see if like anyone ever goes there and notices.
Yeah, awesome. Well, for Max and Brian, I'm Travis. Thanks for listening and watching.